All right, man. Welcome back to the continuation of Silent Hill F. I believe this is now part 9. Let me make sure. Part 9. Ah. We started this journey, I believe, last Thursday. So we continue where we left off. And we were here trying to see if we could have access to the sword. But we cannot. We don't have access to the sword, so. Very sad, sir. Sad indeed. Very sad indeed, sir. Wish we had access to the sword, sir. No way, bro. All the way back, bro. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. All the way back home, bro. What a piece of shit this is. Fucking shite. Well, shita. It's shita, sir. Ridiculous, man. All the way back, bro. Fucking A. I wonder if there's a way to go. There should be. Through this idiot's house. We shall explore every inch of this place to make sure that we are not missing anything. Hope y'all's day was great. Hope y'all are ready for the weekend. I know I am. Styron, sir. Day after day after day. Same shit, different day. Sometimes you get into zombie mode, because it's not even challenging anymore with what you do, for a living. But I hope you all are ready for a weekend. I hope you all are getting promoted. I hope you all are staying blessed. Okay, so we have a theory. The theory is to go this way. We shall see if this theory does indeed pan out. There's another safe here. Oh, nice. What should I get rid of? Get rid of the pipe. We'll save down here. Just in case we fuck up. Yeah. Shut your ass. Welcome. Your soul is mine. We don't have soul siphons, or shame, really. Such a shame, really. Clinical trial. I began taking this medicine out of desperation. My first impression was that it smells of peaches and is faintly sweet. After taking it before bed for the past 3 nights, I had my first lucid dream for the whole night. I was able to organize my thoughts in a pleasant darkness. Was this what the tales meant when they said the drug allows you to speak with your inner self? I've heard that taking vitamin B6 makes it easier to remember dreams. However, I'm sure its effectiveness depends on factors like dosage and body composition. At any rate, this has been a letdown so far. Let's see, I was in pharmacy school. And if I remember correctly, vitamin B6 was riboflavin, was it? Cyanocobalamin was B12. Folic acid was 2, I think. Hey Siri, what is vitamin B6?
Here's an answer from healthline.com.
That doesn't give me any answers. Vitamin B6. What is it called? Do I have to put brand name? There's not even a brand name. Oh, it's so hard to navigate the phone with one hand. Shoot. This isn't important, but I want to know. Peridoxine? B6 is periodoxine. Oh. Peridoxine hydrochloride. Very important to take your B complex. Very important. Yeah, I was in pharmacy school for 1 semester. Surprise, surprise. Your boy is, how would you say it? A man of many talents, let's say. I only shine what you're allowed to see.
Stop trying to manipulate me.
The fuck is this shite, man? We got to defeat some monsters, mate. Shut your ass. Where do I need to go? This way. See you. Yeah, for 1 semester, I went to this school actually. If you can see the shirt. A&M. It was real brief, man, but I had a lot of fun. It was like super easy the first semester. The only class that was difficult the P1 year was biochemistry, but only because I was a little bit, I guess, cocky when it came to that class. But then I learned I really had to, pay attention, right? Or not necessarily pay attention, the professor was excellent, but mostly reviewing the material, right? So the first exam I kind of bombed it, but then the second one I got right back up, man. I got an A in the second exam. And well, because I'm coming from a teaching background, I really wanted to help. I just, some people, they see whatever it is that they want to see. And I get it that, maybe I don't always put off the best first impression, right? And in fact, I'll tell you, one of my friends later came out and told me, like, Danny, like, when I first met you, I thought you were like a really bad guy, right? And then later on, he's like, but then I learned, that this is not the case. He was like trying to say, like I'm sorry for having judged you wrong. And I'm like, you're not the first one, dude. This happens all the time, to me. Anyway, I'm not allowed to really get into specifics in regards to. Hopefully someday, you know, the truth comes out, because there's my version of what happened, and there's the other person's version of what happened, and then there's the truth. And if I tell you, right, that where I would come at you from in that particular story would be, you know, I'm siding with the truth. The truth is simple, that you know, so people made a big mistake, and that's not in a threatening manner. That's just in a realist. You simply got the wrong guy. I don't, you know, I might cuss here, man, right? But I'm not a bad guy. I wouldn't.
This is the oldest Oinari-sama in town.
I wouldn't dare hurt anybody, you know. Strict mother's letters. Good morning, my handsome boy. You are different from those delinquents who run around town. You have noble blood running through your veins. Of course, every child must play in order to grow, but I simply ask that you choose wisely who you play with. You must think of me as awfully overbearing, but please respect my wishes while you are still young, for you are grown. For when you are grown up, you will be free to do as you please. I'll tell you, I really wanted that sword, bro. I really wanted that sword. I feel like if I could wield that sword, I could do a lot of damage, right, in this game. I could do a lot of damage, but then it's not here. I thought maybe this might have been the way around it, but no. The tree is, where is the tree? It's over here, so way off. But you know, I guess I'll like tread lightly as long as I don't mention names. But there was this individual that I really wanted to get to know, who I really liked, and I just wanted to be like her source of help, I guess. Like in regards to the class, you know, not that she needed help, but wherever I could, you know, if I could have been of any assistance. But it turns out that unfortunately I was a burden, you know, and it was a rude awakening to learn that I was a burden. Motherfucker came over. You see that shit? Bastard. What a bastard, bro. You're gonna follow me all the way, yeah.
I need to hurry home.
You know what? It looks like this guy is gonna follow me all the way, so I better take... Please tell me I have some. Where is this item? Like, I just wanted to help, man. But I learned the hard way, you know, that no matter how noble your intentions might be,
Wait. This place is still untouched.
you'll be a burden.
Blood! He's bleeding! Somebody! Help! I'll go get a grown-up! Calm down. It's just scared. That's all. It's okay. No need to be afraid. You alright? That's a lot of blood. Gotta get you fixed up.
Thanks.
Are you all right? How dare it bite kids? Beat that thing to death!
I'm Kotoyuki. What's your name? I'm Hinako. Shimizu Hinako.
I didn't even remember that.
See ya. Like in the process, if I would have, you know, if it would have worked out,
It's nothing but
like
monsters
to have
now.
became a couple or whatever, well, that wouldn't have been a bad thing. But such is the case that
Leave me alone!
God had other plans.
I'm not going to become one of you!
Where the fuck do I need to go, bro? I need to defeat this thing, huh?
Not much further. Partner.
Wish it was a save point, bro.
I'm going to be in trouble if I don't find a new weapon soon. This can wait.
But yeah, pharmacy school was a lot of fun. I recommend it. You know, assuming that the career path doesn't become obsolete, right? A lot of jobs are becoming more and more AI, and when you think about it, really, they're really not needed. In reality, you can have a virtual assistant, pharmacist. I actually thought, you know, a great idea would be to make like a vending machine that has, you know, camera features, kind of like an ATM. And you simply just scan the prescription, and a virtual pharmacist just pops out, gets you your pills, like a kiosk kind of thing. That's a patented idea. I'll show it in this video for purposes for this video. In case anybody ever tried to steal my idea. swim out that far, huh? Nothing is too difficult, man. If you set your mind to it, you can accomplish a lot of things. You know. Look at me, I'm a nobody from a small town who got accepted, right? I had actually withdrawn from the program before I ultimately asked. I asked to be expelled because I wanted nothing to do with the school. Nah, I can't get into the specifics, man. Hopefully someday in the future, right? It's a story to tell, you know. Damn, it's like a damn what's it called? Like a bestseller. The material writes itself.
What's going on? The halls, the doors, everything's changed. Why is...
You've been chosen.
Hello?
Is this the Shimizu household? Hello! This is Okamoto Fisheries. Thank you for your continued...
That was odd.
Hello?
You're like, right. Am I glad the way things turned? That's a good question. You know, I've thought about this a lot, and how do I answer this? So, I'll answer it like this, right? I'm at where I'm supposed to be because that's where God wants me to be, right? And that brings me a lot of peace. So even if I think that where I'm at is where I'm not supposed to be, it brings me peace because this is where God has me, right? In other words, the people who even think they have power over me, they don't have any more power than what God allows for them to have over me. So that puts me at great ease. You know, brings me a lot of peace, a lot of solace. Otherwise, if I didn't have that, right, perhaps I would have lost my mind, you know. That's a good question. I'm still alive, but tomorrow I'll make sure to draw your final breath. I don't care if it's your special day. The hell. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding.
When was this taken?
Oh. Ding 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 ding. All is quiet. New Year's Day. I want to be with you night and day. I will be with you again. Dun, 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 I will be with you again. Well, so P1 year, they call it P1 year. I think it stands for literally what I remember on the syllabus. It was like pharmacy year 1, right? And then it's like S1 semester 1. So the P1 year, there's 4, right? Depending on what university you go to, but for the most part, it is 4. The fourth year is one where you actually go on rotations, right? You actually go on site to different pharmacies, right, to get a lot of to get on hands practice, right? Which if I had remained there, this semester would have been semester 1 of the P4 year, right, which would be the initial rounds of rotations. But in the P1 year, you took something like, what was it? It was maybe 8 classes, maybe 8 different classes, bro. And
This is my parents'
you were
room.
literally there Monday through Friday. Not all day, but school was every Monday through Friday. The weekends were off. To Shimizu Kanta, certificate of full payment. The certificate has been sent to certify that Shimizu Kanta has paid all her outstanding loans and is hereby released from any further contractual obligations. We thank you for your continued patronage. So yeah, it was something like 8 or 9 classes, and but you know, I mean, literally, when I think about it, I literally could have had a job and I would have been fine. You know, when I had started I was 30 years old. Now I'm 33, and you know, the mindset is very different, right? It takes a couple of years, you know, more years for a man to mature, right? They say women mature faster or younger than men do. But by the time I was taking those courses, right, I was already mature enough. I was a 7th grade mathematics teacher for 1 year, so I was already, you know, professional. Now, well, in regards to what happened, you know, I get the question, right? I appreciate you asking. I'll say this: I got real confused. There's like all these mixed signals that girls send, right? And I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what they say, like, you know, if they flick their hair, whatever the hell it is, right? I don't know. I'm not, you know, I've only had one relationship, bro. And I've only you know ever done it with one woman, also just one time too. So I'm not the most experienced, I guess, when it comes to like signs or whatever. So for me, right, at the time, you know, in person, there was a lot of mixed signals. You know, there was a lot of things that I had said, right? Cat sounds and stuff that I was overhearing. You know, it's a little bit complex to get into, but a lot of those things to me were like, okay, well, you know, so you're interested, right? You must be. But I was so scared I didn't know how to navigate it because I didn't want to be wrong, you know. And at the same time, while all of that is happening, I'm getting text messages from the other individual that well, that they want me to stop, you know, that they don't want me to. All I ever did was just send messages, man, because I didn't know how to navigate it. I was so scared, man. I was so terrified, and they kept telling me like just stop messaging, right? And so I would go in person, I'd stop for a while, and then in person again, I'm getting, you know, all these mixed signals, and it terrifies me, you know, and I don't understand it. Maybe there were no signals at all, you know, maybe it was all in my mind, but there was never any cat sound, or never anybody, you know, trying to instigate things. This is complex to get into, right? But you know, I later told another girl that I was with after all that happened. Last year I was in a relationship, and she told me, she's like, you know, well, it sounds like that girl, you know, was just playing games, and she told me, she's like, if you want to play games, like, you'd be better off playing this, right? So that's what I do, right? That's what she told me, you know. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm not gonna tell you her name. We'll call her the sword and the fox fought, battling upon a set of scales. The heavens themselves shuddered at the ferocity of their struggle. Day after day the sun rose behind the fox's back and set behind the swords. Yet their fight knew no end. The scales upon which they fought, however, were no more, having been destroyed long ago.
Does something go here?
Looks like it does. But yeah, you know, so it was one of those things, and that's what she had told me, and I'm just like, you know, so like, please don't play games with me, right? I'm telling this girl, what did we call her? Let's call her June, just for the sake of argument, right? June. And so June, right? She was from, you know, from where I'm at, close by. Well, not that close. And she actually came over, you know, she spent a couple of nights with me here. And then, right, this chick
Shu?
tells me,
Is that you?
she's like, that her fantasies is grape. You know, and she tells me, like, just because I say no, Danny, doesn't always mean no, right? And when she tells me this, I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, do you hear yourself? Do you hear how crazy this sounds, right? And so when I saw that, and she told me that, I became very different. I didn't know how to back out of the relationship,
What's this
so
here?
I started acting very different, and
I feel like there's something special about it.
and she eventually broke it off. I stopped texting her good morning and stuff, and that's really what it was. She told me, like, you know, you could have at least told me good morning. Like, she's like, I'm done with you. I don't want anything with you anymore. And I'm just like, you know, okay, right, move on. Like, thank God, right? But very, very weird, bro. So you tell me, you know, what's going on with that, right? Well, so not that women are weird. I think it's more like how would I say this? Like we all have our fantasies, right? And I get it, right? Like I appreciate that you can feel open, you know, with me to tell me this, right? But it's alarming at the same time. So it's like like to begin to explore, you know, like where does this come from, like what happened that this is what you want, you know. And I could give it to you, right, but at the same time it's like I've gotten in trouble in the past, right, and if I go through with this, right, I don't know what's gonna happen. But I don't know what your intentions are, right, if they are, you know, to eventually, you know, make me out to be the bad guy, and how do you win against that, bro? You literally can't.
Is this some sort of offering?
Let's not say it. I think communicate. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Communication is important, you know. And as I said, you know, like I appreciate that, you know, she was able to tell me all these things, and you know, there's how do I, you know, I'm gonna navigate this very carefully, but you know, there's some things that that when if you ask, you know, from your partner, right, it's asking a lot, and in that particular case, you know, for me, right, it was just too much at that point, you know. It's like I know, you know, for my sake, it would be best for me to just back out of this thing, you know. And the only problem was that I didn't know how to do that, so. But I wish her the best, man, right? And she finds whatever she is looking for, right? And I'm sorry, you know, it just couldn't be me. Like, it's not, I can't give you that, right? Yeah, you know, you just wish the person the best. And you move on, you know, you just move on. You learn and you let go. Now they're getting kind of personal, man, in the questions. I appreciate you. Appreciate you asking. I appreciate you watching the stream, bro. Not that long, you know. Actually, I did stream. I used to stream Apex Legends. But then I stopped because I wasn't that good. But you know, hopefully, right? You know, if I keep streaming and I'm consistent, who knows what'll happen? Well, I'm looking forward to Battlefield, the new one, and I'm also looking forward to Resident Evil 2. So, not part 2, but you know, Resident Evil, for that game to come out also. Alright, bro, I don't know what to do here. Find the crest. Looked. I don't know what I am doing wrong. I feel like in her room there's something there. Maybe I need to turn all the paintings around, inside out. Let me go back over there. It's the only thing I really can interact with is in here. see. To the writing? A rather unsettling group photo that hangs in the living room. It seems someone has taken a marker to it. Besides the group photo, there is a collection of other photographs. One seems to be missing, however. I don't know why, but it appears each photograph can be rotated. There might be some kind of connection to the writing on the photo group. They're crossed out. What writing? What writing, bro? I don't know what to do. Well, there was that, and then there's something here too. What is this? There's question marks here. of them were already down, so. Let's see. Up. And then down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Those are all the combinations, right? Down, down. I believe these are all the combinations that it can be. So all of them were already up, all of them were already down. So next is up, up, down, that didn't do anything. Up, down, down, didn't do anything, a lot of them were already down. So down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Really, those are all the combinations that's possible here. And it doesn't seem to have done anything. There was something here hanging from before. I have no idea what I'm doing. And to be honest, I literally came back from a workout not that long ago, and I'm freaking tired, bro. So I think I'm gonna call the game here, and we'll continue this tomorrow. So we need to solve this puzzle. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.